All right, so first I want to start off tonight by talking about a story of change and things that we as an organization could have done differently to avoid some of the whiplash that our teams feel. Because at the end of the day, even when change is really good, it's hard. And especially working for startups like myself, we go through a lot of it. And so there's sometimes some exhaustion, even when people are really excited. So in 2019, we had the opportunity to really expand the work that we were doing. We were going to go into a new market. We were going to have these great partners. And so when we shared this strategy, some of the team was super excited. Oh my God, this is great. Finally, the recognition of a market that we were a little bit ahead of. We have this new opportunity to really dive in. And other parts of the organization were saying, I have no idea how we're going to get this done. And I thought we were doing this thing, but now we're doing this thing. So was that thing wrong? Is this good? I'm really confused about what's happening. And so we had planned to have some small group conversations, but we didn't plan all of it quick enough. And so teams had time to spin. And they were trying to think about, well, I see it as this, and you see it as this. And even different teams who had different perspectives were starting to talk to each other about, no, it's good, no, it's bad. That sounded more argumentative than I meant it to be, but the point is everybody was kind of going about this a different way. And so people started to have their heads spin trying to think about, what was this? Was this really good? Our CEO is super enthusiastic and an entrepreneur, so he needed to lead more with data because otherwise it just sounded like another new idea that he had. And so people were trying to piece all of this together, trying to figure out what was going on. Again, it was all good and people understood the good part, but they were trying to figure out how their piece of the puzzle started to come together. And for me, even though I've been working in startups for a long time, this was a really great remembrance for me that I'm dealing with human beings. They are going through moments. Whether you believe, that change is like the stages of grief, we've all taken change management courses, I've built them, I've led them, but we sometimes get too wrapped up in we did the communication, we're doing the follow-up meetings, we're doing this, we're doing that, and we forget the human aspect of it. So what I want to now kind of transition into is to talk about how can we help better guide these humans through this change and be the support system that they need. I'm not talking about babying them. I'm not talking about everybody gets a trophy just for showing up, but guiding them through all this change management that happens, again, especially at companies that are growing and changing pretty fast. So the first thing that we need to do is really provide them a map on what's happening. Where are we today? Where are we trying to go? And what is the potential path as we go? One thing we missed as we did our communication is that we didn't know a lot of those answers yet. And that was part of the journey for us. But I think that left them going, wait, if you don't know what we're doing and you don't know what we're doing, who knows what we're doing? And so we didn't put together enough of the puzzle pieces that we did know. We brought together small groups to talk about it afterwards. And they literally were asking, so what do I do Monday? And I said, I don't know, we're going to come together on Monday and figure it out. Right, but when I get to my desk on Monday, what do I do? And so they had gaps that we didn't fill in for them. And so they started to fill them, obviously, with negative ideas, because that's what, again, human beings do. And lack of information, they fill it in with negativity. So what we needed to do was prop them up a little bit more. While we want them to be empowered, while we want them to come up and be part of the solution, during that interim time, they needed more support from us. So we actually did a celebration of the work that had been done that we decided not to continue with, and really show them, thank you for that. Let's end today on a happy hour. Let's celebrate the work that we've done. And on Monday, we'll come in and try something new. And by the way, every time you do something new, it's a development opportunity. And so we really tried to talk to the teams around what new thing will lead you on your skill and your career path that you're looking to get to. The final piece that we thought about more was around not letting people fake it. So we were talking about faking it earlier. I'm great, this is fine. And behind the mask, they're like, this is bullshit. This is horrible. So you need to give them time to work through it, but not so much time that they're sitting there being the negative Nellies and they either need to eventually get there or not. And you know amongst your organizations what that timeline should really look like. So help them through that. Because at the end of the day, they have a choice. And I think that's one thing I talk to a lot of the team members about is you actually don't have to be here. We want you here, but if this isn't right for you, that's okay, and let's have that conversation, because change is hard. For any company that you work for, you're going to evolve, and it's actually the people that can adapt to change the best that will evolve the best and therefore be the most successful. So that's either a great opportunity for you or not, and that's okay. And as HR leaders and managers and partners, we need to help bring our humans through that journey so that they don't have the whiplash of what the hell is going on around here. So that's my story. Thank you.